Hey guys, Mike in the Woods here, and today we're back on the topic of drones. Specifically, 7 important reasons that you might need one during a crap hit the fan situation. Drones are a widespread technology nowadays, love them or hate them, and much like any technology, it's always worth at least considering if one might be useful to you during an emergency situation. And real quick before we get started, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, hit the like button if you find this intriguing, and leave any questions you have down below. Let's get into the video. Number 7, as a deterrent. Much like any other tool for security, half of its intended purpose is as a deterrent. If you have a particular location that's a known asset to the public, you can use your drone to deter people from trespassing. By randomly selecting one of a few automated flight plans and randomizing the time of day that you start your flight, it becomes a huge risk of being seen to any potential trespassers, especially if they can't nail down an exact expected time or flight path. You can even get waterproof drones to fly in any weather and add a night vision camera package to them to cover nighttime operations. If you have farmland or otherwise large swaths of land that would be difficult to get the manpower to regularly keep an eye on everything, a drone might be useful in this situation. Number 6, assessing the damage and scale of a situation. Right after a crap hit the fan event, once you're stable and not under any immediate threat, it's important to assess the situation and figure out what's up. From the ground, it can be difficult to assess the scale of the situation, such as if there's a forest fire, like how big is the fire? Where has it spread to? Which directions are not affected? Questions like these are much better answered once you can get a bird's eye view of the situation and assess things from up in the air at a macro level. This can be a critical bit of information for deciding if you should bug in or bug out, as well as planning your exact route if you opt for the latter. It can let you know if there's any impact to your property or resources, any threats in the area, or track the situation's progress over time. Number 5, scouting for resources. As much as we try to prepare enough to be self-sustaining in any emergency situation, sometimes things just go on for long enough that we run out, or scenarios arise that weren't 100% accounted for and additional supplies need to be sought out while in the middle or following an emergency situation. Having a drone up in the air can help scout out certain resources. For instance, if you're on an extended bug out, a drone is a great way to scout out nearby water sources. It can also be used to see what else is in the area that's worth investigating, like abandoned cars, nearby wildlife, etc. Number 4, delivering supplies. A fair amount of consumer-grade drones have a reasonable carrying capacity and can be outfitted with a latch release mechanism for dropping payloads. And one area where this can be of use is in situations where your party is split between 2 locations where direct travel to and from is impossible or at least ill-advised, such as through very dense bush or through contaminated areas. You can even automate this process by having your drone fly up and over to a predetermined destination, release the cargo, and then fly home and land, all with only a single button press. And this doesn't even have to be tied to just use with your own immediate group. Depending on your inclination to do so, you can offer these delivery services to either assist with humanitarian aid or to trade or barter with someone else in exchange for something else that you need. Number 3, communication and delivering messages. In a situation where cell service is down or in an area where there is no reception to begin with, being able to communicate with the outside world when needed is still very important, especially if you find yourself in an emergency situation where you injure yourself in the middle of nowhere. If you're stuck in the bush and need to alert emergency personnel to your location, you can fly your drone up above the trees with like blinking LEDs or an orange bandana or something else highly visible to pinpoint your location. You can also attach a handwritten note to your drone with an elastic band or cordage and fly your drone right up to whoever you need to and land the drone with the note being visible. Number 2, a distraction. Much like any automated tool, in a situation where it would be of use to do so, you can use it as a distraction. Remember that you can set a drone to fly automated missions. You can set waypoints in whatever path and height you want, and once a mission plan is uploaded to the drone, all you have to do is hit one button on the controller and it'll start this mission all on its own, including landing. You can use this to your advantage by, say, having it fly at lower altitudes to attract attention in a specific direction, while you flank or pass by much easier, having attention directed away from where you are. With a bit of forethought, you can plan it out so that once your drone has done its distraction mission, it can go and land somewhere safely where you can retrieve it later, or come and land at a preset rendezvous location on the other end of your mission area. And number 1, remote surveillance. Circling back around to what I talked about in number 7, if the deterrence factor does not work, your drone is still an excellent surveillance tool. Most decent quality drones will stream 4K video to your phone and record directly to an SD card, can fly automated flight plans, and could even be outfitted with special cameras such as FLIR or night vision. Aside from monitoring your own property, you can also use it to check in on nearby potential threats, monitor the activity of nearby unknowns, and most importantly, give you advanced warning of any potential dangers encroaching on your location. So, there we go, 7 practical prepping uses for drones in a crap hit the fan scenario. I hope it was valuable and at least gave you something to consider. Drones are a low-cost and highly useful technology with many uses for those who are forward-thinking, and it's wise to have all the tools at your disposal that you can in an emergency situation. It might not be the right tool for you, but for whatever my opinion's worth, I want to give you as many new ideas to explore as I can. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you're new to the channel, I take a look at fun, futuristic technology and how it can intersect with traditional outdoors and tactical lifestyles, so check out my other videos and consider subscribing so you don't miss out on other interesting videos on the subject. And it would be a huge help to me if you hit the like button if you found this video intriguing. If you have any questions or input on the subject, I always read all the comments in the comment section down below. I'll leave an Amazon affiliate link in the description to the drone that I use, the DJI Mavic Mini, and as well, if you want to help out the channel, I'll leave some other links, such as my new Patreon, with the lowest tier starting at $2, as well as my online 3D print and paracord shop for outdoors and EDC stuff. And as always, I will see you next video. Cheers, guys.